Hey, welcome back to Carvers and Creators, a weekly demonstration and discussion with sculptors, carvers, and multi-talented artists from around the world. If you're a fan of the show and you like what we do, give us a like and a follow on the platform you're watching us on. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Happy Halloween, gentlemen. This is our Halloween episode. This is pretty
Hey, happy Halloween. Yeah.
Let's meet the artists.
Uh-oh.
Is that us, right, Paul?
First, he is a tall glass of
yeah.
water from Tucson, Arizona. He's an artist, sculptor, and all-around good guy, great dancer, and a fun guy to be around. It's Mr. Matt Harper.
Woo! Happy Thursday. Happy almost Halloween, everybody.
It's coming. My name's Paul Dever. I'm an artist and sculptor from Boston, Massachusetts. And our guest tonight is award-winning makeup effects artist and the founder and CEO of Masters Effects Studios. Tonight, we're hanging with the great Todd Masters.
Now that works. That works very well.
I'll give you one more.
Yeah. For all those that didn't sit down the first time. Thanks. That was a nice introduction, right?
Oh, you're on point now, Matt.
That's how we do this. Well, it's like almost Mickey Mousing the soundtrack there. But thank you for inviting me on Halloween, no less. I mean,
oh my gosh,
couldn't pick it.
Our Christmas, our Thanksgiving, our Arbor Day, all rolled into one.
Yeah, and it's kind of religious.
And these pumpkins, we're gonna get way into this because we're just like enamored by it, and I think that's what gave a lot of people who do what we do our start. So we certainly have to talk about that, and plus the myriad of movies you've done and your studio's done. We got a lot to talk about.
Shit, sorry, I hope I have enough.
Before we get into that, we have to do a recap on last week's episode. And the challenge we accepted, whether we liked it or not, was a confused troll. Am I right? Was it a troll?
Yeah. And I struggled the hell out of this one. I completely almost burned my tools and went away. And I didn't like what I was doing, but yeah. I read Matt. I made better shit after this, but this one was like a struggle.
I like the cameo of Masters in the background. That's kind of fun.
Oh, you like that? Like that's on my it's on my my bookshelf. I have a very small bookshelf compared to what Todd has behind you. But
excellent.
That's the king of Easter eggs in the background.
Yeah, totally. I can't believe you guys do this with pumpkin. That's phenomenal. Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah, Paul blew it out of the water. And he did the troll. Yeah, this is awesome.
I think I gotta go.
Yeah. But see, the glued on nose and chin was like that was the right thing to go. Oh, well, the ears too.
Yeah, and I never try. I don't like doing the chin, but the nose was so big.
Yeah. The chin needed to be there, so you totally knocked that out of the park.
Yeah,
it's better than these things are odd.
But the confused part reads, right? I mean, that was what I was trying to go with, and kept chipping away at it. And anyway, I'm proud of yours, Paul. Can I be proud of yours?
Thank you. I'm proud of yours too. Yeah, this isn't easy.
No shit, man. I was actually, when you guys were telling me, I had to grab a gourd or something. I mean, we used to do that a million years ago when we started the old lanterns. But I think we just eventually just cut off the front of the pumpkin and threw clay down to actually do that kind of believable wrinkling. And I love the little Billy Idol snarl. I mean,
he's got it.
That's a white wedding.
It's the right time for exactly. Nice. Love it. Yeah, and now, by the way, so I can see there you've got a little armature going up. You got a little friend started.
I had to cheat. Sorry.
No. We couldn't be happier, Paul. Right? I mean, talk to us. Like we couldn't be happier that you're jumping in with both feet on an actual create. So that's the beauty of what we love to do on the show. Is like obviously we spin a wheel, we create something. You're gonna get a little direction here once the wheel goes, but not to steal Paul's thunder. But the fact that you're jumping in, we couldn't be happier.
Well, I just wanted to catch up to making some sort of shape of some type of gourd. Or do you guys love squash?
Yeah, well, we do. But when we get these, we use these.
Oh, that's a good one.
Whoa,
lumpy. Oh, it's like
damn.
I like the scratching down. Yeah.
I kind of a little small, I guess. Well, I didn't know it was all about the size. I thought it was just like it's hard to tell what the scale is on some of that stuff. And it's like, holy crap, that's a big pumpkin.
That's a
It's
good
cute.
point. We should start putting something in the foreground to kind of. All the pumpkins lately have been really big.
I can carve something little like this, and then when I post it, people think it's the size of like a giant pumpkin, and then I'll
Right.
post one that's like a giant, like took me 5 hours because it's not that big, and people think it's the same. Hey, you're right. It's Paul. Good. From Todd's mouth to our ears. I think that's what we should hear. Let's put a quarter next to each one.
He's got
I just
wisdom.
love the fact that you just keep pulling them up. Like, oh, I could do this one.
Oh, dude, I have an effing
Yeah.
pumpkin patch right here. Like I have like.
That's what I'm sort of imagining. Maybe, yeah, okay. Keep the pants on. I don't know. Anyway,
It's a Zoom call. Who cares, right? Yeah. I got nothing left.
anyway.
Oh man.
I digress.
Well, all this talk about pumpkin has made me want to spin a wheel. So,
Do it.
Todd, I'd like to reintroduce you to the third member of Carvers and Creators responsible for our carving challenge tonight. It is the wheel, the center spinner, and most likely the reason we'll have heartburn before we go to bed tonight. So here we go. Let's do it.
All right, Paul, ready?
Yep. All right.
Ooh, there it is.
The wheel. All right, so we're going to spin it twice. The first time we spin it will be the character to which we have to try to dig into a gigantic or tiny pumpkin. The second spin will be the emotion or attribute that applies to the first spin. Our choices tonight are beast, witch, goblin, ghost, alien, troll, vampire, frank, or zombie. If in the off chance it lands on troll, we respin, right, Matt?
Or goblin.
Yeah, ballpark, right? Okay, I agree. Second, also guest choice. So, Todd, just have one in the bank, okay? Just in case. Second spin will be enraged, robust, sleepy, three-eyed, toothy, surprised, tipsy, confused, terrified, and guest choice once again. So just to let you know, I did have to add those two because I was so sick of saying flirty and horny, and it never landed on it. But I have to say,
sexy. Yeah, exactly.
my accent makes horny the worst word in the world to say. It's terrible. It's like
pretty
bizarre.
good, actually. I love it. Is that the Boston in you? Is that
That's
what that
the
is?
Boston accent, yeah.
I never got that accent. So okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah, it's dying because even kids today are like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "You're from the same town as me." But nobody speaks like this anymore. They all watch YouTube. They talk like they're from Connecticut.
Shit, I was just in Boston over the summer. We should have hung out.
Well, next time you're in town, let me know. I would love to take you around.
Cool, I love that town.
All right, here we go. This is the Halloween spin. This one's got some pressure on it. My earlobes are hot. Like I'm feeling it.
Where am I? I can't feel my feet.
What's going on this one? Please be a good one. Please be a good one. Oh, damn it. Oh, it landed on Goblin.
Okay, respin.
Respin. Okay, thank God.
We did that last week. You haven't waited somehow, so it always goes on.
Witch.
Ooh, good one. We're actually doing a witch project right now. And that thing in Boston was kind of witchy. So here we're on a theme.
It's just everything falling into line right now.
Good.
Of course, witch means a lot of things, but yeah. Okay.
Toothy.
Sleepy witch.
Is there any other type? Yes.
Yeah, right.
I was going to say, I mean, the wheel usually says it, but if I was going to give him a chance. Sleepy, is that okay? Or do we want to respin? I mean,
are you defying the Hello Wheel?
I know, but sleepy witch. All right, I guess
I don't make the wheel.
All right. With luck, all right,
I'm good either way, guys. But I mean, if you're saying you can't get inspired by Sleepy Witch,
no, right? I'm gonna get inspired.
Oh, come on, Matt. There's some serious wrinkles, possibly a glue on.
Oh,
you're
right.
Area.
Yeah, you're right. So I will. I'm happy now. Okay, let's go.
Okay. And a witch is kind of definable. I mean, you don't really have to go with the green, long nose wart.
Correct.
Lady.
No, right.
Which could
a
be
witch
a boy.
opens itself up. It opens up wrinkles. We love wrinkles.
It totally does. Yeah, craggy old bit guy.
Yeah. Someone. Okay, so today I'll just put it out there. So today's sculpt, a sleepy witch. It's good to put this up there because I forget halfway through while I'm carving it. And I'm like, what was that again? Was that a confused problem?
Matt, look at the size of this one.
You're gonna do that song I said earlier. All
Oh,
look at
so
that. Hang on. Let me. I'm going to zoom in on you, Paul. What the heck? Look at that thing. Look at that stem.
Oh
And
shit!
there's your size.
That's very witch-like, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not too unhappy. It's better than a horny troll, I'll tell you.
Or a cyclops, you know.
Or
Yeah, that's why I went 3 eyes. If you're gonna go with some eyeballs, throw an extra one.
I got a super lumpy one too, Paul. So this is going to be fun. My sleepy witch is going to have a really janky face, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
thing probably weighs about 60 pounds too. It's like a cement block.
Ooh, that'd be thick.
I got a lot of warts and wrinkles too, but it's not anything to do with the sculpture. No.
And the sculpture too. Okay.
All in line, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to do the beverage of choice?
Oh yeah, no, that's not. We still have to do that.
Oh, we're not there yet. Okay, I'm blowing the.
No, we're there now. We're there now.
Oh, then it's called a segue, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that. How do you know?
Todd Masters, everybody.
Have you been on?
I'm here all week.
Try the meal. Yes.
Tip your waiter.
Todd makes a very valid point, especially on the Halloween episode, that we have to go around the horn with a toast and see what everybody's beverage of choice is on this fine Hallows Eve.
Oh, how about you kick us off? Because I think I saw a can in the
Yeah, I couldn't wait any longer. I saw Sleepy Witch and it just made me start drinking.
Not off.
All right. Look at that. My camera goes right at the same time.
Yeah. Patch Pumpkin? What?
Hang on, I'm gonna start because Paul.
No, I'm back. I'm here.
You're
No, go ahead. You start.
All right. So I hate to say this because I was looking for something, not at the grocery store, but in my own cooler, and all I could find was this orange can, and it just happens to be that Bahama Mama rum cocktail. It's probably gonna taste like I'm drinking a sugar straw. I mean, it'll be but it was orange, and I was like, I gotta have something. Anyway, I was delinquent in getting something today from the, Anyway.
No, but you had a busy day.
I had a busy day. I was on TV up in Phoenix, and doing all that stuff. So I have a legitimate reason. I drove quite a bit, but at the same time, I do have an orange can, and so I'll just hit the, for what it's worth.
Highly acceptable.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree.
I will accept that.
I mean, it doesn't always have to be beer,
right?
Canon cameras, if you're watching, what the hell's going on with your cameras? All right. Wormtown has never done me wrong, so I went with
Wormtown
Brewery, Mighty Worcester, Massachusetts. It's the fresh batch.
Couldn't be more appropriate.
Yeah, right. Expressive pumpkin guy. So that's pretty good.
On for Halloween.
Is it a little much though, Todd? Is it a little much?
I would go 11 personally. I don't think it's enough. So I mean, I went much less. I went for the green, kind of like a stem or my teeth, and it is from France.
And you got the bubbles.
It's got the champagne-like feeling, and that's kind of my drink of choice. I'm not really a drinker, especially it's 4:13 over here, so it'd be a little early.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Now, like us, you're doomed. But yeah, let's
cheers, guys.
Let's
cheers.
Thanks for coming back, man. You're one of our favorites.
Oh, geez, you guys are the best. I was trying to brag to everybody what the hell we were doing, and nobody knew where to find it. So hopefully, we got some fresh friends out there that found us. And,
I love it.
Are now going to take on this art form.
And they can comment too. So if you're watching us live, comment away. We can ask questions of Todd. We can ask questions of Paul, not of me, but of the other two. Or you're welcome to chime in.
I want to know what channel you were on. I mean, shouldn't we find it on YouTube? Are you guys going to post it or?
Yeah, well, this will be after we're done. We'll wrap it up. We'll nice bow on it, and we'll put it. It'll be on YouTube.
It's on YouTube right now, streaming live.
It's live, but I mean, you can watch it. A lot of people watch after the fact. We were talking with Ted Haynes and even probably Gino. They end up watching it while they're doing things because it's over their shoulder and they can turn around and look when you're showing something cool. So, that's
I only have one camera, so we got to do it like this.
Well, speaking of things that are cool,
right?
That was only a few years ago.
A couple years ago. So tell us
I
about
did
the origin. We hit on it for a split second. Let's tell us about the origin. What was like the moment you're like, holy crap, this could be, you know, tell me. Anyway, I'll stop. Go ahead, Todd.
Well, I had just recently opened up my own effects company, and I'd done some, you know, pretty good projects. I'd done Big Trouble in China, you know, working for somebody else. Poltergeist 2, Night of the Creeps. So I was starting to kind of get into that early mid 80s genre stuff. And then I thought, you know, because I'd already had a graphics business before, I was like, well, you know, there's a need for more rubber people. So I thought I'd open up my own studio, and I didn't quite know how to get the phones ringing. So I thought, well, I'll just send out like pumpkins with faces on them to like Universal Studios, nobody in particular, just Universal Studios, Paramount Pictures, just Paramount Pictures. And so I sent out 30 of these crazy little things that we just made in my studio. Hello. And I kept waiting for like George Lucas to call me or Spielberg to call me. And we got, we sent out 30, we got 29 phone calls from people like from the mailroom or wherever. They're like, where do we get more pumpkins? Which wasn't exactly the call I thought I'd get. So I had this really great friend named Ray Carr who was working in Seattle doing some marketing and shit, and they had a little product, and they took a look at this, and they're like, oh, you know what, I think we can do something with this. And so we snuck it into a show in New York at the Javits Center. It was way before we even had, you know, Halloween gift shows, and they just had like a corner of somebody else's booth. And I was over in Wilmington, North Carolina, doing this really horrible horror movie. And at the end of this long day, I got a phone call from one of them, and they're like, "Hey, we sold 100,000 today."
Whoa!
And I'm like, "100,000 what?" Because we didn't even have a product yet. We basically had samples that I had made out of latex and foam in our studio and shipped them right before I went to Wilmington. And well, we sold 100,000 pumpkins. And I'm like, and it was day one. It was like, well, what does that mean? That means we got to like fucking figure out how to do these, because we had no manufacturing plan. We had nothing. And so we immediately, as soon as I wrapped that movie, I was like, holy shit, we got a hit. And we had, I think by the time I got back, had sold almost 1 million of them. And so we all got together. We put the paper that we had sold of nothing into the bank, and the bank factored it. And so we got manufacturing going just outside Toledo, Ohio. It was a car manufacturing, like they made the interiors of cars. And I knew enough about manufacturing molds that I could kind of talk to them about, like, well, what if we did this and did that? And they had a really smart guy, I wish I remembered his name, who was also like, well, we could do this. And we made like, I don't know, 200 aluminum molds and just started producing these things. We ended up making millions of these things. They were all over the planet, mostly the US and Canada, because some of the planet doesn't have Halloween, but they were everywhere. And for about 2 years, they really kicked ass around that seasonal time. And then everything went to shit. So there you go. It was a whirlwind, and I think I started when I was 18, and I ended up, you know, being 104 with lots of legal skill. You know? So the design. And you mentioned you started with actual pumpkin, and so I think Paul and I often credit you with being the one who originated kind of the face in a pumpkin. Because I don't think before, other than just like jack-o'-lantern eyes, this had ever been done. So, did you say you? Well, I'm sure it has, but not to this extent. Well, right. There was a couple new things, but it also was kind of a regurg of the Jonathan Winters Pumpkinhead. You know that one from, what is that show called? But if you Google Jonathan Winters pumpkin, he's wearing this brilliant makeup. It's huge. But I remember thinking about that when I came up with this. It's like, well, you know, Halloween it's still a huge sales holiday. And I didn't want to do anything Christmas, because Christmas is saturated and all that. So that's, I think, the first reason I thought it would be a good idea. And then the second reason was I had read this study. I can't remember what university had done it, but they were like, well, there's only 7 expressions in human faces, and they had studied like young babies. And I read this, and it sort of made sense. I mean, obviously, there's all sorts of shit you could do with your face, but to really create a version of expression like happiness or meanness, there's really only 7. We came up with an 8th one just for the initial pack, just because we needed to make a case, so we couldn't have 7. And so I just really thought about that as I was sculpting and trying to find the extreme expression, or what I felt represented the expression. And they're all versions of me and my family, because I would use a mirror and just make these horrible faces. Yeah, right, exactly. And so, but I just kind of went to the extremes. I mean, I don't really have an elastic face, but it really helped to kind of be in a mirror, go, ah! And to see where all the folds, I'm sure you guys, exactly.
That's all we love to do. We love to do that. Absolutely.
Right. And I'm always fascinated how that communicates. And so I even hid in stores, like in aisles of stores when they finally came out, because I was, 19, 18, I can't even remember. And I would hide behind where they were selling them, where they had them displayed. And I would watch people and listen to them. And they, sure enough, were going like, oh, this expression reminds me of my boss or my ex-wife or, whatever it was. And it was like sale, because they're a gift. So it was fun to kind of experience like that. There couldn't be anything like that, today. Oh, that's where you got that horrible photo. Looks like I needed a haircut. But yeah, and then of course I'm holding the Trumpkin in the middle, which we tried to get that off the ground, but Trump wanted to sue us. So like overnight, we're like, I guess we're not doing that anymore. I mean, we had it almost ready to go. We had a manufacturer all figured out. And one of our investors, we had this famous phone call where we're all on the phone like, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be the old lanterns all over again. And one of the inventors is like, we're not going to fucking do that. Trump's going to sue us. But that was like 2015 when we started doing the Trumpkin. Before he even was, sorry?
But I'm saying, how is that offensive? It's like or why would it be even suable? I'm trying to figure out. I mean, if you look at these, they're caricatures already. And again, this one, it certainly looks like Trump, but at the same, even the swirl and that amazing.
It didn't really look like him. I mean, it was an okay sculpture, but it was also, what if we do this? So I don't know. It's funny. I mean, we have a lot of pumpkins that maybe people haven't seen before. Just not the mainstream Jackson 5 family. They're kind of the ugly relatives in the background that don't get as much exposure.
Are the other ones in this picture? Those are relative, because I don't think they're the same. They're not OG.
No, they're updated. They were updated around like 2014 and 2015. So they're just a little different. The ones I did originally, was that 87? I guess it was, or maybe
86,
I did
87. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the first that first batch that went to all the studios in 86. So by 87, we were actually out in stores. I don't know how we went from terrible prototype to sales to way too many sales. All of a sudden, holy shit, we got to find a manufacturer. This is actually outside the foam factory in Ohio.
Were these foam latex, like all in, just like filled in the mold, like foam latex and then painted?
No, they're a BASF foam, 2-part foam. I already had a lot of experience with running urethanes just because of monster making.
Sure.
And so way before this, like, back on Big Trouble in China or the original Predator, I was always fucking around with materials, and I had a pretty good connection at BJB, I think it was. BJB was sort of kind of like a BASF distributor. They had other products too, but they had a lot of crazy shit back then. This was like mid 80s. And like I was doing the original trophy heads for Predator. So I wanted to make that out of weird material. So, I just call them up and go, hey, what's this shit? And just through that kind of conversation, I started kind of getting the idea that there was a bigger world out there. It wasn't just like one-offs. What if I made, a few million of these, So those guys kind of helped me define the product. So the molds were all aluminum. We made those in Michigan. I'm supposed to be sculpting. That's right.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm like completely not doing anything. Sorry, Paul.
I know. I'm listening. I have to keep stopping Carvin because I'm like, what's he saying? Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Why don't we make Paul talk for a little while so we can catch up?
Oh, all right. So, did you see the resale of the originals on eBay? It's like
it's crazy. Yeah,
it's stupid.
It's
Amazing.
ridiculous. What happened? I mean, I was telling a good friend of mine this recently. I don't know if it's just hit the algorithm recently or what it is, but it seems like, especially this year, there's so many people like wondering what the hell those things either were, or I get a lot of people saying, I have some very interesting emails from people. Thank you, by the way, if anybody's ever reached out, and I've not responded because it's been a pretty busy life. People out there, like, you know, I there was one a couple of years ago, someone said, I lost my entire family in Katrina. It's like,
oh, Jesus.
You know, I lost my entire family in lawyers, so yeah, I hardly have any anymore myself. So everybody wants them coming back. I think we're close to getting something going like that. It's this year's response has just been incredible. So thank you.
Oh, what are they selling for? I mean, I saw it too. Like these.
It depends on the condition. You know, eBay is. It's like all about the condition. Foam doesn't last forever, but some of these are in pretty good shape.
Holy shit.
Well, this foam is, you know, I get a lot of people saying it's turned to powder. It's kind of this, you know, it's the ozone that's eating up these kind of materials. Anything in a kind of a soft, you know, elastomery kind of thing, it's really hard to kind of to keep it forever. So yeah, I mean, maybe that's more of the reason. Maybe we actually designed a self-destruct in it back in '87.
That's right. Then you got to do them over.
Part of the evil plan, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Isn't that mom and dad?
Yeah, that's mom and dad in the upper part of the frame. Yeah, that's mom and dad. So you can really see my dad and Jesse. That's Jesse. Yeah. And I just, you know, I don't even know if I consciously did it. And I saw this photo. I'm like, damn, I nailed my dad. But, you know, a lot of this stuff just was, I was such a loose sculptor back then. All of it was in wet clay. Some of them were on real pumpkins, but many of them were, when I was in North Carolina doing that terrible movie, Dracula's Widow, if anybody wants to watch it. I had Eddie Yang come in. You know, this is very young Eddie Yang. He worked for me a few times, and he sculpted a whole array of pumpkin shapes out of wet clay. So when I came back, we kind of had a game plan of like, we got to go. So he should be credited for the original 8's backs, I guess, the shapes, the stems. He did a really great job on it, and I think he was only, you know, he was way younger than me. Really young guy when he
10 years old, 11.
He was pretty young. It was kind of wild. It was like, is this legal? Anyway, oh, there's Dick. This is Dick Smith, of course, famous godfather of makeup effects.
Of course,
he really liked his foam pumpkin so well. You can see he took a bite out of the stem. That's actually not true, but it looks like it. With those big chompers, he has I think a little similarity to the character in Poltergeist 2 here. You know,
his eyes. I want to do those eyes, like Dick Smith's eyes are just, like, you know, perfect.
Dick,
like, so.
What a fascinating dude! He was so cool. I've never recognized that until you showed me this photo just now, but especially with kind of the creepy pumpkin. But yeah, that's his old apartment. You can see a lot of his portfolio on the wall, which is,
I know, it's so cool. It's like a great spot all together.
Yeah, you can see his little sculptures over there on the left.
Oh yeah, way back. Yeah.
I think it's a Jill Rockow photo. Jill was really kind to Dick when he got into his older years and helped him get through it, which I hope we could all get a good Jill Rockow someday. So
we got a question for you here. James Darkride, our buddy, says,
"Oh wow,
yeah,
Farside book. That's a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple days. Who's your favorite sculptor?
My favorite sculptor?
Your favorite sculptor all time. Who would you say your guy is or girl?
I have never really made a list, but if I did, it's going to be like a big jumble at the top because there's so many great sculptors. I mean, I've always loved Bernini's work. I mean, it's kind of like what you guys are doing. You're sculpted out of marble, you know, revealing the face within. And Michelangelo and his team, of course, because he didn't do it all himself. They were great too. But meanwhile, around the same time, was this guy named Bernini, who just knocked it out of the park, like every chunk of marble. And just like Michelangelo was great. But it was also his team. Like, was it Camille Claudel? Well, that was Rodin. Okay, that was Rodin.
But I agree with you. I went to. I'm sorry, but Bernini. I went to Rome and saw the one. There's like 2 or 3 sculptures that he did that are just like you sit and you almost look at them and almost start. I tear up a little bit because they're so. Inspired, like how did he get the wrinkle on the edge of the foot and
the pressure of the flesh is just like the claw.
This is marble. It's marble.
Yeah, it's like, how did you anyway? But I mean, obviously, it's a different era these days. Hank Alvarez was amazing. Steve Johnson used to kick some stuff out that was just so inspiring. When I first started getting into the business, I worked for Steve. And he would whip out these Romoplast Olina maquettes. They were always very expressive, never to be molded because they're always like, like really bizarre shaped things. And that was really inspiring. I mean, working at Boss Films, like when I first came to LA in the mid 80s, I worked at Boss Films Company, which is a company that did Fright Night and Ghostbusters. And we had a bit of Predator and a little bit of Lost Boys and pretty good run there. And Steve was running that shop. And like during Predator, there was so many amazing sculptors that I was surrounded with. Somehow having the chance to work alongside of them, hopefully never fucking up in front of them because they were all so amazing. But like Steve Wang was there at that time, and he had literally just stepped off the bus from San Jose or wherever he came from up north. And so I actually gave him the tour of Boss Films, and then I'm like, okay, well, here comes another guy who's probably going to get his ass chewed out by this crazy madness of Predator. And he whipped out some stuff that we were all just like, holy shit, who is this guy? Matt Rose, of course, back then. Miles Tevis, Jordu Shell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, those calibers. And there's nowadays with Instagram, it's such a delight to find all these artists like all over the planet that are doing like amazing work. And it's just amazing to even be still part of this business. And seeing this stuff. There you go. So I actually made that arm that Carl Weathers has got, and as well as the one that's on the machine gun. That's got a big close up of. That was a big gelatin arm, if you could believe it.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know. And this is down in the jungles of Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta, yeah.
Yeah, and so what had happened is the guy that originally had planned out the gag and made the molds and sculpted the arm and all that, he one day just never showed up. And so all of a sudden it's like, it ships when? So I'm like, so we were all into, because, this is pre-silicone days pretty much. We weren't going to make it out of foam because that would suck. We thought about making it out of vinyl because we were very much the shop that did the hot melt vinyl. And burning down the shop when we made hot melt vinyl. But we ultimately went, okay, we're going to make it a huge vat of gelatin. And it was like one big ass pour. And the whole jiggling of it and all that, it was purely by coincidence. We didn't plan that. It was just a big gelatin arm. So it moved like that when the gun fired. And it fucking makes it. It's just like, wow.
Yeah, totally. That's flesh.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it looks like we spent a lot of time prepping for that. We had no clue. We had no idea. So, and of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme here on the right's wearing the original Suits arm.
Okay.
He looks really delighted.
Yeah. He looks happy to be there. Was he in the movie or was he like only
the original, right?
Yeah, he's still in the movie. Yeah, he's there's a couple shots, not many, but there are a few shots of the original red suit. I believe 1 or 2 of them he's in. My screen just died. What happened? Are you guys there?
Still there. Yep, just there.
On this side, you just turned to a beach scene. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is a rig I made. This is hilarious. I mean, again, I'm like an 18-year-old kid working with all these professionals, and they're like, well, we got to make this guy's chest burst out and have this weapons spring out of it. And so I made a collapsible weapon with a gigantic spring, and you can kind of see in the center of the darkness a little clip that you pull the cable and it just detaches and then fires. And then the secondary control opened up these, I think I sculpted them out of epoxy, believe it or not. But they're just big door hinges with another trigger that goes bang. And we had a big shirt, the MTV shirt that we made a whole bunch of, and another one of these gags that probably shouldn't have worked but did. I don't think I could have gotten away with anything close to that these days. But I didn't know.
At the time, it was like cutting edge. I mean, you know.
I don't know about that. I don't think it was ever cutting edge. It's good that you got fooled there, but
I certainly did. I love that movie to the point where when I was a kid, 1987, I was, again, I'm dating myself, but we went down to Puerto Vallarta, and I had to go to where they filmed it, and we saw the burned out helicopter and all the other stuff that was still there. And again, everyone had long since moved on, but I was like so enamored with that movie that we even visited the site and just were like just blown away by it.
That was an interesting time because, you know, we at Boss Films got essentially fired from that. You know, they had shut down for a while because Jean-Claude was kind of telling everybody to fuck off, and they didn't like the suit that Boss Films made. So they, you know, Legend, of course, shut down, and Steve Wang, Matt Rose, Stan Winston, that whole crew took over.
What a group, though. Yeah.
Totally.
I switched gears. Mid sentence. Sorry about that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I was like, "Whoa, that's not Predator."
That's not.
So that's Chris Sarandon. Yeah. So yeah, that's Chris Sarandon during the Resurrected, which was the Dan O'Bannon independent movie that we made in Vancouver. I guess 88, 89. Somewhere in there. So I've got a little bundle of fiber optics in my hand. So O'Bannon, you know, it's his movie and everything, but there was a lot of the stuff in there that we had to film. We had to shoot before Christmas. We were really pushed up against the end of the year. So I actually ended up shooting, directing, and all that shit of the ending sequence where Sarandon starts going and his face fills up with fiber optics, and there's a lot of little visual effects I snuck in there. So here I am, another, you know, again, I'm like 19, and somehow they're just kind of like, here, finish the movie. I'm like, what? So it was pretty funny, and I lasted all the way through post. I did a bunch of visual effect shots, I think for like no money, and but yeah, here we are kind of setting up fiber optics under Chris Sarandon's gelatin forehead cheek piece, which was kind of the standard back then.
So cool.
And then hilarious.
And again, we're gonna kind of bounce a couple of different movies, but one of the things that I love is the breadth. I mean, like there was stuff you worked on individually, then there's stuff that your organization, the Masters Effects, worked on as well. So I mean, so if they get blended, just let us know and who worked on what. But we're just fascinated by all of it.
I'll try to remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm busy here. Can you see?
Sorry.
Sculpted away.
Sorry.
I love this shot with Alice. That's pretty funny. So yeah, this is Star Trek First Contact. I was I can't remember my credit, something like Borg effects guy or something like that. And there was a lot of areas where it seemed that the production needed help bridging between Industrial Light and Magic and Mr. Mike Westmore's practical makeup group. I mean, he was all good with the faces and everything, but often we kind of designated this was our line. You know, a lot of times we would take from here down, whether it would be the Borg suits, and he would do like the face and that. But we actually worked together really well between Westmore's group and ILM, and kind of came up with some pretty original stuff on the fly. This is one of them. This is sort of where the practical digital age started.
It flies in. That was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that before. Like when
thanks.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, how it all began was there was a meeting at Paramount, and I was around because I was doing suits or arms and trying to figure out what this movie was about. And I attended a meeting about this sequence, and ILM wasn't there at the meeting. And I was there shooting out ideas like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did it this way? And Jeremy Aiello had made a little maquette of what I was thinking. Because if you look at it, it's really just what we call a slant board trick. You can really see Alice's real body in the
Behind
blue.
it,
Yeah. And so since the shot was so long and it was all performance, my argument was, if she looks like she's postage stamped, like shot months later, it's probably not going to have a similar, intimacy, because it was this really sexual moment between Brent Spiner and her, and it had to be good. That was, I felt the whole movie was this scene. And so I kind of wanted to fuck with people's minds, the bait and switch. And I'm like pitching this out without any ILM reps. They later were like, would you come up with this? Because they had other ideas. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But it turned out to be such a brilliant shot. It's a big, as you can see in that shot, we basically extracted the back half of, we meaning ILM. They extracted the back end of her. And then kind of replaced it with background. So it was a big old, very tricky motion control crane shot that was planned for this. And the comp on it must have been nerve-wracking. But they did a brilliant job at it, as usual. And John Knoll was the visual effects supervisor. I think this is one of his early supervising gigs, and he was so good, still is so good. But since he had a lot of practical thinking, he was down for trying stuff, and the whole movie benefits from it, I think.
Yeah. And I love, my favorite scene is when it floats in and like turns and like the camera follows. It's just so you're right about the movie. It just makes the movie just to me.
It really does. And just the fact that they're able to play each other like in the same environment and all that, I mean, that to me is worth it, even if you had a small matte line, which we don't. But it's like, that's what movie making is. It's not about efficiency necessarily. It's about how can we do this and kind of fuck with people's expectations.
Right. Speaking of fucking with expectations, I'm going to show you.
Sorry.
No.
Oh, jeez. Speaking of things we shouldn't say, there you go. Yeah. So that's Michael Jackson on the right. In one of his many disguises that Steve Johnson did way back when. Steve would sculpt these, and I would lab them out. I would run foam in his condo's bathroom and shit like that. This is after we had left Boss Films and tried to start our own thing. We had started working on Smooth Criminal, and we didn't even. Yeah. So we had no shop. We were like, holy shit, we should get a shop. We're doing meetings. I mean, he was trying to bring in Witches of Eastwick at the time and Return of the Living Dead. None of those happened for us. But Smooth Criminal happened, and then as we were doing meetings with his team on Smooth Criminal, one of them came up and said, hey, Michael does a lot of disguises. He had like a couple different artists, Rick Baker and else. But he's like, would you be interested in doing some disguises for him? And so we started doing these, and I started hanging out with Michael a lot, which was really pretty funny. So he was a great guy. He was pretty neat. And, of course, he was such a superstar at the time. I mean, he was massive. So he wanted these things at all sorts of hours, just so he can go to the grocery store or he can go see Tito play or something like that. And so it was really interesting to kind of be in that bubble there.
So go ahead,
hold on,
Paul.
Matt.
Yeah,
the most interesting part of the photo that he's not talking about is actually Todd on the left.
Yeah, how'd you know? No, I don't know who that is. Some comedian. I'm sure somebody out in the world there.
He looks familiar.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah. That's he kind of looks like was it Live and Let Die when Yaphet Kotto's eyes bulge and his head explodes?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, remember when Eddie Murphy? This is totally a non sequitur. Remember when Eddie Murphy did like a Saturday Night Live skit where he posed as a white dude?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Have I told you that story with Michael?
No, but No, but
but I'd like to hear.
Okay, I want to hear it now, but there was a whole skit about that. So look it up, Google it, but let's hear your story.
I love that. Yeah, I mean they played some really interesting early race cards with trying to figure out where the general group was, because of course we have to generalize everything now.
Of course,
So years ago when we were designing makeups for Mr. Jackson, I mean, I got to know him pretty well. I was constantly in his face, and we literally just started getting comfort talk, almost like small talk. And like one time he was the first person I had ever met with one of those hologram watches, it had like the film with an eyeball on top of a wristwatch.
Oh yeah.
So he would like take me outside to show it to me. So he told me once he was hungover, he cursed in front of me, all these things you wouldn't expect from Michael Jackson.
What?
And because he had so much aura. And so at one point I felt comfortable enough to talk to him a little bit about his face, because he was in the process of changing it quite a bit. Yeah. And he was still going to do the little clef, not the one in the picture there. That one's foam rubber. But I went to him, I said, "Hey, Michael, I think I've got the best disguise idea for you." And he was just all, doe-eyed and smiling. And he's like, and I'm like, "Well, what if we make you a white guy? Because you're almost there. We could really switch it out for people." And he looks at me, he goes, with all seriousness, he goes, "I don't know if I can get the walk down." And it was so true with him, because he would literally walk across the stage or something and not even touch the ground. His rhythms, his body movements. Yeah. It was really hard to disguise him because his eyelashes were tattooed. His movements, nobody moved like Michael Jackson, especially at that point. Everybody was really familiar with him. So he was actually tough to disguise. We were actually being challenged.
But you were the one that suggested that, huh?
Yeah. Yes. Michael was cool. We had a lot of fun working with him.
That's amazing.
Another beer. Oh, wow.
This show I love. When is it coming back? I think it's coming back.
I don't think it is. I think they did their deal. That was shot out in Nova Scotia. That's Chris Devitt on the right. We're sculpting a mask here that I always thought would be really smart to have out in Nova Scotia, because it's hard to find applicators and stuff way out there. So we had done some as makeups, and then we said, well, hey, how about a mask? So this is Chris sculpted a mask, but I don't think we ever actually shot it. So, oh well. Anyway,
there's always another one.
Where do you get these photos, man?
Well, this is stuff that we find fascinating. We're like, holy, what am I seeing? It's like it takes a minute.
What the fuck is that? So this is a character called Smiley, I think it is. He had an autopsy, so this is just the mid stage of finishing that piece. So you can see some of the hair's been punched, his wig's flipped back, eyeballs are weirdly in. We still need to put teeth in. And we got
a roll of paper towels there. This is like it's like
the best.
Midstream. I love that part.
Yeah, that is a very special makeup effects paper towel that we only buy in high grade.
Costco special. I get it.
Oh wow. Erica just had a birthday the other day. Excuse me. And there's my swatch.
Oh, look at that swatch. That's what OG swatch.
OG swatch, yeah. I eventually buried that in clay in the studio and it just vanished. So that's Erica Anderson. She played Erica in Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child.
Yeah, oh god.
A long time ago. I think that might have been 1989. Yeah, so the funny thing is, we were always just weird, like the other shops were sort of normal with their processes. We were always like, whoa, what if we try this? What if we do that? What if we go sideways? And when this movie came along, they wanted us to focus on this one sequence of Erica's face, like her cheeks filling up like a big chipmunk, kind of looking like a pumpkin, by the way.
Oh,
and I believe that's how I got hired, because of my pumpkins. Finally, it worked. But they had seen. Yeah, isn't that weird? She was not orange. But anyway, she played that in multiple stages, and I assured them that I could do all these stages in one day, and it was just like, holy fuck. And so we came up with this system. We sort of did Look Who's Talking with this. on Look Who's Talking, we had replacement faces for Mikey in the womb, and because the animatronics worked in there, but like we really wanted to nail, babies. Like I said before, babies have a very expressive face, and it sort of hits or it doesn't. And I was not as comfortable about pulling a cable and nailing like a perfect smirk or something. And so we still did a lot of animation. This is in Look Who's Talking, but we also just had different faces, kind of like how Rick Baker made a roar head for King Kong, and then he made a blow head and all that. So Mikey in Look Who's Talking, his extreme expressions were then placed on really quickly. And to do that, we actually put a series of snaps in there. And so we use that same technique here with Erica. And you can see I'm snapping her together here. Each piece was based off, hello, so bright. Each piece was based off a matrix of little snaps, and so each stage we would glue and blend the edges, but everything else was just like snap, snap, snap. Okay. It actually kind of worked. I wouldn't do it again, but it kind of worked. I mean, these days.
When you say snaps, I think of the metal ones, like the baby diaper snaps, like the little. So that's
right. We use nylons, little nylons.
Yeah.
So they just were a little more forgiving, and I mean, weirdly it worked. Everything was pre-painted by Tom Flouts, so it was all kick-ass, like quick apply. And we did end up shooting all that sequence in the required time.
So cool.
Slither.
So we have so many photos. Like, I mean,
holy
like
shit. I should be sculpted.
This to me is just like otherworldly.
Yeah,
I love this guy as an actor. What was it like?
Michael Rooker, he's the best.
He's so great.
He really is, and he's just a genuine person. He's a little fucked up, but I mean, for the most part, he's genuine, and we love him. No, he's fantastic. He's actually taught me a lot about just business and acting, and he's always been available. And he claims I broke his collarbone on this movie, but so far, the lawsuits haven't arrived.
Next time, don't do that. I think that's.
I will never break your call. Well, actually, there would be another side. I think it was.
Oh, yeah, sure. You have two collarbones.
There is another chance to re-break. But yeah, we actually just projected Slither at the fabulous Rio Theater in Vancouver the other night, just kind of as a Halloween thing, and the crowd was nuts about it, and
cool.
It was fun to kind of relive that because it was 20 years ago.
Wow, so long.
Time flies.
I know. Oh, Jesus. More pumpkin heads.
Yes.
This is Snakes on a Plane. Snakes on a motherfucking plane.
Yeah.
But yeah, this we had a couple of these gags where I think this was the pilot or the co-pilot or something like that. If you haven't seen Snakes on a Plane, it's hilarious. I think that was 2006 as well.
I always think of him from Whammy, either Anchorman or even The Office. Like he had such great characters. But
he's an interesting soul. I forget his name. I don't watch TV, so I don't know what you guys just said.
Okay, well, but, other shows.
He sat there very well. Oh my! So that's lovely Alex on the left, who's one of our amazing artists at the studio in Vancouver. And that's a Zagron on the right. And these things were from DC's Legends of Tomorrow, but for today. I don't know what the hell I was called, but it was a really great series that was on the CW or the WB or the ABC or one of the acronyms.
WTF.
Yeah, whatever, acronym.com. And we made a bunch of these. I think this is one of the lead ones. But yeah, that'd be a fun costume for tomorrow.
That'd be a great pumpkin too. Look at that, Paul.
Yeah, oh shit. Should we switch? Because that does kind of look like a sleepy witch to me.
This would be a little easier.
Same ballpark.
Than Sleepy Witch.
Right. Oh shit. I just saw Matt the other day. That's one of the artists and musicians from Guar on the left.
Oh, I love Guar. Yeah.
Yeah, they were just here. Was that last night? Fuck. This whole month has just been one thing after another. Yeah, they were actually there for Slither night, which was really hilarious. All without their gear on, of course. And we all had dinner together, and it was like, who, where, because we know each other, but they only zip into town like, oh, my fucking thing went away anymore. But anyway, they're all like amazing artists in Guar. I mean, they make their own suits and masks. They design their own T-shirts. All of them are such amazing artists. So this was last year at our Monster Museum, and that's that's one of the faces from the Hemlock Grove transformation there.
I think,
which is an amazing scene.
Which is an incredible, like that Paul posted before we came on, like we had like a promo for you, and like the hand going through the mouth, going to the, like that, just so good. So
yeah, and that's another one of those that we kind of want to do it a little differently than everybody else, because I think modern audiences sort of appreciate it. We do visual effects as well. Like we did all the visual effects in that whole sequence, and that way, that's how we got like really tightly together. If you have keen eyes when the face changes, I mean, we're literally using an element head that's got same color silicone. All of this was hand punched just to match, and it's just like but it was definitely the way to do that. I mean, it kind of, you can kind of feel it, and if it was like all digital, I don't think you'd get the same.
No, never. I mean, I'm such a
proponent thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm such a proponent for the actual, like, if you can make it out, like, I think of The Thing as like one of those OG movies where everything was practical, and like, and even Predator, where everything had to be practical. Like, to me, that's like so much more. Even if it's a little not perfect, if I see it in CG, I'm like, whatever. I'd rather see it of a human working on it than CG.
Yeah, I get CG narcolepsy. Like if I'm watching some crazy Marvel show and they've got some particle system destroying yet another city, and it's just like blink, 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 and I'm just, it's the opposite of what you want for a sequence like that.
Like staring at a one of a modern slot machine. It's like, I don't even know what's going on. What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's great CG. And we do it every day, like what's going to be cheapest, practical or digital, and rarely do they go, will it look better or not? So it's nice to hear audience people and anybody out there that is pro practical make a lot of noise. So
please do, please make more. Okay. And it's like we have a couple shots here.
Previously it was Jackie, the studio manager, with Jackie, so that was Jackie on Jackie. Right there.
Jackie on Jackie. Okay.
Yeah, the character from Yellow Jackets that's below, that's not her.
Yeah.
It's her dummy. But she's also called Jackie. So we have Jack O'Lantern, Jackie.
Oh, everything's tying in together.
Yeah.
This is all
Yellow Jackets, So it's all meta, baby.
Yeah, we planned it that way, I think.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was supposed to be really pale because she was frozen. So don't think like we forgot to put a color in the airbrush or something.
Yeah, she's frozen.
That show got so weird.
Yes. I don't know if that's our fault or not, but yes. I have actually.
No, you did all the right things.
I've never seen it. What's that?
You did all the right things, which was
okay, good. Because
cannibalism and burning bodies.
Yeah, it's interesting to inject the darkness into kind of the soap opera. Now, it's not that show's too soap opera. It's really well written, and the showrunners are delightful. But it's so easy to kind of like, especially on TV with the studios and shit, they always wanted to have a happy ending or something. They kind of push it, which is nice.
So I'm going to ask you a provocative question. I mean, like from your perspective, do you see like Hollywood changing in a very drastic way with AI and all this other nonsense, like in a way where, I mean, you're starting to like either lose business or everything's changing? Or anyway, I'm just curious to see from your perspective, because you're leading an effects studio and with the prodigy and everything you have. What do you see like the next 10 years? What's happening in the world of what you do?
Yeah, I wish I could think to 10 years. It's hard to even know what's happening.
It's about 2 years. Let's go with 2.
2 years. Well, if I told you all of it, I'd have to kill you.
Okay.
But I do have a plan for it. It's inevitable that things are going to change. I mean, our entire life we've watched things change.
Right.
This one just seems so personal to artists. And then, you know, I know a lot of people are starting to kind of see people getting laid off and shit like that, and it's coming. I think we have to be honest with ourselves, but we also have to start to figure out how to pivot. So, you know, all the AI stuff that's coming along, it's certainly cleaning house in a lot of effects and animation houses. We're seeing that. Practical houses, obviously there's change coming as well. I think there always will be a need for the entertainment. So the art form is, you know, will be kind of a need in our future, whether it's by prompt or just by your eyeballs. You know, I think practical effects will continue because people have noticed that it brings something differently. But I think we should all like think about it slightly differently, and maybe figure out, you know, ways that we can actually use the AI, and you know, I think we can kind of see where this is going to go. We should just, you know, get there, project ourselves there, and plan for that existence, because it's going to be so much different. Entertainment's still needed. How we make it is totally different. I mean, if you think about like a manufacturing company from like the 20s to now,
right,
not much similarity. We still need to make a lot of stuff. We still need to have a good production model, like pumpkins, or our little pumpkin guys. The way we did them in the 80s, I mean, we literally hired a batch of grandmothers to come over and scissor up the seams. I mean, that was our technology back then. It was our grandmother technology. Nowadays, you know, it'd be something different. We'd have a totally different way of building. So I just think, you know, we just have to breathe and relax with it. Keep the art coming, because that's certainly what keeps me sane. Just plan ahead. I mean, that's what designers do. We design. So design the future, because nobody else is. Speaking of design, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's my I for some reason I wanted to use like a brush for his hair. For some reason I had in my head that he needed to have really stiff hair. So that's that. Isn't that funny? This is from Poltergeist 2.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Gave me nightmares, actually. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I just think it's so over the top. It's hilarious.
Oh, it's every aspect of it, and like the skin, every part of it is just like,
yeah. This is back. We had just completed Big Trouble, and we came back to do pickups on Poltergeist 2 because apparently it wasn't scary enough. And we like every, you know, makeup effects company at the time would get our skeletons from Carolina Biological, which actually imported real dead skeleton people from India. Yeah, so you know all the stories from Poltergeist 2 and Poltergeist that there's, you know, real ghosts. Yeah, these things were all made out of real skeletons. You know, we'd actually have to drill into skull to rig them and stuff like that. So that's why they look so good. So, and this one actually had a little life left in it. Actually went after Joe Beck Williams.
Hang on, I'll go back.
Yeah, that one. This one. So there's a scene where she gets pulled into the yard. We shot it at MGM, the old MGM, and I was underneath puppeteering. And this wasn't like, you know, high tech engineering. This was like fishing string and a rod. And so when it popped through, apparently my hands, the puppet's hands, went for her breasts, and they kind of gave me a little notice about that. Don't do that. I'm like, it wasn't me. It was him. So,
yeah.
And you'll of course notice the pumpkin-like expression on the face.
Yeah, it has what we strive for all the time, like this. It's got that pumpkin expression. So only a couple of shots left.
Good.
Yeah.
At least you got a couple of my hair in them. That's great. I had hair.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Me too. I mean, at some point, I'm jealous of Paul all the time. So
yeah, I'm joining you, fellas.
Yeah, you got to shave for us. Yeah,
exactly. You know, hurry it up. And then we have. I absolutely love this because it's just such a that not only the figure, but the all the folks working on it in tandem, I think is just really cool, and the scale of it, which is just
amazing. Scale is awesome.
It's incredible.
Yeah. This is from The Predator, and that was a really great team we had there making this freaking thing. We still have it in the Monster Museum, of course, finished. But yeah, you'll notice it's all walled in. The producers wanted to have a separate section in the studio. And, such a dream team there to do it. Such a great group.
When you say walled in, is that what I see in the background there?
Yeah, we've just put a big wall around it, so because we didn't want like people coming in that were delivering something.
Oh, okay.
Other people that are coming in that are working on another project. Like we're doing some shows right now. They have more secrecy than the Oscars. I mean, the government. I mean, it's just like it gets kind of crazy after a while how secret people make some of this stuff. Wow. But hey, that's what they do.
Hey, it's amazing. And I love that.
Your face is great. The guy in the middle, unbelievable.
Isn't that hilarious? I love the expression. So this is from the 100th episode of Stargate Atlantis, or one of those, because we did Stargate SG-1, and then we moved on to Stargate Atlantis, and they all kind of got blurry. And they decided to do a fake episode. I think it was called Wormhole Extreme was the fake episode. And for whatever reason, they had a scene in there where all these zombies chase off. And I'm like, well, we should just do it. That way we can just, we have the face cast and we can get a cameo. And so that's my crew there. That's Nicholas and Rachel. And so we do this hilarious makeup. And I mean, you'll notice I hardly have anything on because I wanted to clean up. But the funny thing is we got near the end of the day and the AD comes in and goes, well, we're running out of time to shoot that today. Do you guys able to come back tomorrow and redo these makeups? And we're like, we just did this as a joke. I mean, we're not really background people. We're the crew. And they're like, well, you're on tomorrow first thing. So do you have new pieces? Like, we only made one. So we all went home like this. Rachel on the right, she went home on the subway, which in Vancouver is called the Skytrain. Like that. And came back looking exactly like that in the morning. I think Nicholas did the same thing. I think everybody kind of slept in their makeups. And
holy crap.
The train.
Let's have some skin problems, but whatever.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen either one of them for a while, so maybe they're all like cancerous boils on their heads now.
Yeah,
probably.
You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to keep glue on for 24 hours.
The reality before we finish, which we're over time, which is I'm blows me away because we have like 1,000 more things to show. But before we go, I do want to check out what Todd's making, what Paul's making. I'll give you a little glimpse of the shithead I'm making.
Well, I am so not worthy to keep up with you guys. So I mean, she's not very sleepy. But she's kind of witchy, and
yeah.
I would love to have a little more time to figure out what's in this ball of clay.
Well, we don't have to finish tonight.
Good, because it's sort of kind of ridiculous. And she's not sleepy. I haven't quite gotten to the sleepy.
Oh, no, it'll get there.
Yeah, but the beauty of clay, you haven't pushed the eyebrows down yet.
That's right. Or I haven't even done the eyes yet. So anyway, it's been fun just kind of messing around with.
I know, exactly. That's like the beauty of the show is like we get to, I guess play.
You just noodle. You basically
exactly. While we're chatting around. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh. If this was in real life, I'd have everybody calling me and like going, make the nose longer, make it shorter, make it greener, make it bluer.
Oh yeah, right.
Shoots tomorrow, shoots yesterday. All that stuff.
Yeah. This doesn't mean, put it this way, Todd. Even if you never post it, we still love you. How's that?
That's all that.
I love this face that you're starting.
Yeah.
It's super thick, so it's hard to. It's like really solid, so it's taking me a while.
You got a way to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got to push this all back in. I just wanted to see where I wanted the light to kind of hit the top of the brow.
Yeah, you've already nailed the character though, which is not the easy part. So that's really cool. Do you guys ever like do something to the pumpkin, like heat it or chill it or something to make it easier to sculpt with?
I feel like swearing at it works best for me.
And more beer.
Yes.
It carve a hole in the back of it, and tell it you're about to. And never.
No, sharpen your tools. That's basically it, Todd. If you got,
I was wondering. Yeah, just like almost chisel at it, right?
Yeah.
No,
I have. Well, I got some of these ribbon loops are pretty sharp. I've sharpened a couple of them.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. Okay. Huh. Cool. That's really amazing you did that.
I'll give you 2 seconds of mine only because I have been like so geeked out on all of
Me
Todd's
too.
stuff. I haven't gotten very deep, but so this is.
Oh, look at that! He's already there too.
Yeah, it's like
Or she.
she's just getting kind of like the sleepy look. So super early, almost embarrassing to show the blocking I've done. So, but it'll get there. It'll get there.
You're making me feel good. I thought I was slow.
No.
We're
I used to be really fast.
Yeah, we don't have to be done anytime soon. And the fact that tomorrow's Halloween, we'll have plenty of time to hang out and knock them out a little bit more.
Okay, then what do? We just post it on the site or something like that?
Yeah. Finish it if you feel like posting it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not busy. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, what do you got going on? Seriously.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I mean, like
around the house gardening tomorrow.
Right. We're going to be, walking the dogs, having bonbons on the couch.
Yep. Mint juleps.
Mint juleps.
Sweet.
Exactly.
This sounds. Can I come over? This sounds amazing. I'm not.
It's an everyday thing. Yeah. It's just all the AI. I could just sit back now.
Thank you, AI.
Tough life, but ChatGPT got to live it.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Don't even say that out loud.
We can erase all that last 5 minutes or whatever.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, fix that in post, will you? For overtime anyway.
Well, Todd, is there any place else we can find you? Because I feel like you're everywhere, but there'll be more places.
Well, I'm not going to give you my address.
These is enough right here.
I'm usually like in the Vancouver or the Seattle area. I don't really. We filled the month full of like meetups and stuff like that, so I'm a little burnt out. I think I'm going to hibernate until like February. But you can check out the studio also, mastersfx.com. But those are the two good ones.
Yeah, hours of browsing you can do on that. Let alone just even look them up on IMDb, and you're like, holy crap! Yeah, so well,
it's weird. You look up the pumpkins. Look up the old Lantern family. I didn't realize, until like earlier this month. Like, holy shit, there's a ton of that out there.
Yeah,
so it's kind of trippy.
And they're growing, and it's like Paul said on eBay that you can't even. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Rightfully so, Todd.
Well, if you ever need some faces for the old Lantern family, we'll ship you some pumpkins, and you can use them for inspiration. They'll be so cool. Trash by the time they get there, but
I'll send you back one in foam that hopefully survives.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Probably a little better than ours, yeah.
Well, I don't know. You guys' stuff is genius. It's always inspirational, so it's really cool to hang with you.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, man.
Well, this is where you can find us. We're on all the wonderful social media platforms. I'd like to thank you again, Todd. This is great. This is our Halloween episode. I couldn't think of a better way to do it. Right, Matt? Fantastic.
No, this was epic. We were so stoked when you said you would jump in with us the day before Halloween with all you've done to scare us over the years. I mean, this is like couldn't be more perfect.
Yes, I've lost my appetite on several of your projects.
Our privilege. Hilarious. No, you guys are great. Ton of fun. Anytime you need me, let's party.
Oh, that's fantastic. Appreciate it. Well, from us to you, we say thank you, and that's another episode of Carvers and Creators. So good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Thank you, Todd.
Cheers.
Thanks, bud.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.